Hello everyone, my name is Bejeebus123 here, and I'll be interviewing Toj, aka Chris, for the NPL. And Chris, how you doing right now?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well myself. So let's talk about your draft a little bit. So why'd you pick what you did?
Because I didn't get lucky last season, and I want to get lucky this season, so felt like it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, and your team is drafted a lot around luck when you have stuff like Jirachi, Togekiss, Mega Pidgeot with a Hurricane, and of course Berloom with Spore too, which does require a little bit of luck in order to use well, especially when considering Spore.
Yep, for sure. I think a lot of my team is really going to be based around statusing and just kind of wearing down my opponent until Mega Pidgeot can come in and confuse people and outspeed everything. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. And what made you want to franchise Garchomp?
I really wanted to go for a Fairy Dragon Steel Core, and it was the Pokemon from last season's team that would have let me do that, because I knew going into the draft that I wanted to draft Jirachi and Togekiss, because Togekiss has been one of my favorite mons for, well, pretty much since I started playing Pokemon, and it's one of my mascots for my channel, and Jirachi just pairs really well with it and gets hacks, and I'm not very lucky usually, and it lets me be a little luckier, so that's cool. And Garchomp really synergizes very well with both of those Pokemon. Jirachi, I guess Togekiss and Garchomp will share an ice weakness, but Jirachi offsets that, and so does other Pokemon in my draft like Rotom and Blastoise. So I think the core works pretty well.
All right. And what made you want to pick up Hydreigon too? Was the typing or maybe the immunity to ground what really wanted you to draft it?
Well, really the dark typing. I really think a solid dark type is really important in the format. I've also had some experience using Hydreigon before. I used it not very well in my first season in NPL in Season 2. But I recently had it in the March Madness tournament in April, and it was very, very, very good for me there. So I hope to kind of replicate my use of it there and show that how powerful it is in the format.
All right, and I'm gonna stop talking about your draft right now, and I'm just gonna talk about what some of your goals are this season, and some of the people you'll be facing, and some of your rivalries. So, how far did you make it to last season?
Well, last season I made it to the conference championship, where a combination of a misclick, a misplay, and really bad luck made me lose. Had any one of those things not happened, I would have won. I lost to Trev, who I lost to in the conference championship the year before also. So, I mean, this season in general for me, if I don't win the championship, it's pretty much a disappointment.
Do you think, after looking at some of your opponents, do you think you'll be able to make it past your conference championships and make it to the finals this year?
I mean, nothing's for certain, but 60% chances are a thing, so.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of, who'd you fight again in your conference championship?
Trev.
So do you think would you consider Trev to be a rival in this league?
Oh, for sure. I mean, played him the most, probably out of any other coach since I came into the league. I played him in my tryout battle to get into the league.
So disregarding Trev, is there anyone else that you would consider to be a rival in this league?
Yeah, probably, I'd consider Jolt to be a pretty big rival. I've played him 3 times throughout my NPL career, twice in my first season in the league, and then once last season. I've never actually been able to win against him before, but I've had the last 2 times I played him were pretty close matches, and we help each other, doing with team building and stuff a lot, and we're pretty good friends, so that match will always be a fun one, and I get to play him this season, so hopefully I get to turn things around and take him down for once.
And who do you feel, and after looking at all your opponents this season, who do you feel you'll have the hardest time facing in?
Just strictly off of battling skill, Dylan is someone in my division in particular who really scares me. I played him in the tryout where he did very, very well versus me. Granted, that's not really a game that I prepped that hard for, obviously, because it's a tryout game, but still, he's a very, very strong battler, and from what I've seen of him, and he's a cool guy too, but he's definitely looking very scary. And then I believe week 9 I play Trev, so that'll be pretty classic big matchup. So can't wait for either of those games.
And Dylan is a new coach, correct?
Dylan is a new coach, yes.
So going off on that topic there, is there anyone else that is new to this league that you'll be facing this season that are new?
Yeah, well, I'm actually the only returning coach in my division, which is both really fun and scary because although I know most of the returning coaches to be on a range of fairly skilled to very, very good, just judging new players in the league, like having not watched them battle very closely before, is really, really hard to do. So that'll be something, that'll be a challenge I'll have to face this season for sure. In particular, in my division, Sebastian, top tier boy, he's a really, really cool guy, so I look forward to playing him. I was part of the crew that interviewed him, and I've got to know him a little bit, and I really enjoy his videos, so it'll be fun to play him too.
All right, man. Well, I think that's it. Is there anything else you want to say?
Not much else, man. Hope I get lucky.
Yeah, let's hope you do. Or some people might not hope that, but we'll see. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone here who are watching this, and yeah, bye guys.
Thank you.